What's up, Angelia? How are you today? I don't know why the hell I'm so small, but that's weird. There we go. That's a little bit better. Are you? That sucks. Yeah, StreamYard can be a pain in the butt sometimes. A real pain in the butt. I tell you what. Tell you what. All right. I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes. Hopefully, some more people show up. Because these are the important streams that I really like people to show up to. You know. What's up, Jack? Well, it's because I was born small, asshole. I might be small in stature, but I got a big freaking ego. Sorry, I just had to go off on a rant with my wife for a second. Love you too, Jack. Everybody say hi to Auntie Leah. She's over here from Jaguars community, Jaguar Rights community, and her own community. Jack, can I get you to drop her link for me, please? I would appreciate it. It's not the size of the cannon, but the amount of the load the cannon passes. That's right. And dynamite comes in small packages. You know what's even deadlier than that? That comes in even smaller packages? Nitroglycerine. That's me. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you my mug here. My face. I'm gonna get rid of this stupid banner. I saved it before I pushed scroll across the bottom, so now it won't scroll across the bottom because I saved it before I pushed it. So, but today's discussion we are having Awareness Mondays, the silent epidemic in our schools, how the system fails child sexual abuse survivors all the time. Let's talk about a place. There's let's talk about a place that's supposed to be safe. A place where parents send their kids with trust, believing that they're protected, nurtured, and watched over. That place is school. But today we are going to rip off the blindfold and talk about a truth that is far more uncomfortable for many children. Schools are not safe at all. They're really not. They are silent crime scenes where predators hide in plain sight and institutions protect themselves instead of the innocent. This isn't about attacking educators or burning down the system. It's about accountability. It's about truth. It's about exposing the deep cracks in our school systems that allow child sexual abuse to happen, go unreported, or worse, get covered up. What's up, Tainted? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, sweetheart. I'm installing my memory drive. It's making my computer run faster. I hope that helps, bro. Me too. Me too. But if it don't, just let me know. We'll figure it out for sure. Hi, Tainted. Yeah, smash that like button, everybody. If you haven't got G2K's new book, check it out. Amazon. Yeah, how much of it have you read now, Pinky? Or Inky? Hickory Dickory Dock? Today's Awareness Monday isn't just another episode. This is a call to action. This is a siren for the voiceless. Not just a voice, a siren. This is for the child who sat in a classroom, abused by someone who was supposed to protect them, and got ignored when they spoke up. This is for the survivor who had to talk to. This is for the survivor who had to walk the same hallway as their abusers because the school said we can't prove it. This is for every parent who never knew what was happening until it was too late. You're like 8 pages in? Yeah. You got a long ways to go, sweetheart. What's up, Gen X? Yeah, they get deeper, I imagine. Dude, I did a short on pride flags lining the bus routes all the way to elementary school and in middle school. I posted it on my channel. I'll have to check it out, Jack. If you're watching this, prepare yourself because what we're diving into tonight is devastating, but it's real, and silence is not an option. No, it's not a bad analogy, I guess. Know that magnet ribbon that's not showing or stuck to cars? Not a bad analogy. I'm trying to give some. Washington is a pretty sick place, but so is every other state in the United States when it comes to this topic. If you're watching this, prepare yourself because we are diving into today is devastating, but real, and silence is not an option, right? Statistics and hidden truths. 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused before they hit the age of 18. About 30% of abuse cases occur at the hands of teachers. About 30% of abuse cases occur at the hands of teachers, school staff, coaches, or other authority figures within the school. What's up, Daniel Berry? Research shows that children do not report abuse right away, often not until childhood if ever. There's people that are watching this right now they'll carry this stuff to their grave, and it's sad. School districts have been caught relocating abusers. Yeah, I got some mine. School districts have been caught relocating abusers to different campuses, a phenomenon known as passing the trash. Many cases never make the news because of settlements, NDAs, and institutional cover ups. NDAs, non disclosure, whatever. Here's a few real case examples. And don't be fooled, people. They came in both genders or whatever you're planning to be. I'm not here to offend. I'm here to educate. Real case examples. We're going to do a little bit of the deep dive into this first guy that I'm going to talk about right here. The U.S. gymnastics scandal and how Larry Nasser was allowed to abuse for decades despite multiple complaints. Put a 1 in the chat if you know who Larry Nasser is. Put a 2 if you have no idea who he is. Okay, next. Recent reports from major U.S. school districts where predators were moved around instead of being fired or reported. Yeah. So let's talk about good old Larry Nasser, shall we, here for a little bit. Larry Nasser, a systemic failure in athletic institutions. Larry Nasser, once a trusted physician for the U.S. Gymnastics at Michigan State University, exploited his position to perpetrate one of the most egregious sexual abuse scandals in sports history, if not in all of history. His criminal charges and sentencing are as follows. Federal charges. In July 2017, Nasser pleaded guilty to federal child pornography charges, including possession and receipt of child pornography, as well as obstructing of justice for destroying evidence. He was sentenced to 60 years in federal prison in 2017 for those charges. State charges in Michigan. Ingham County. Nasser pleaded guilty to 7 counts of first degree criminal sexual conduct involving minors under the guise of medical treatment. In January 2018, he received a sentence of 40 to 175 years in state prison. Eaton County. He also pleaded guilty to 3 additional counts of criminal sexual conduct and was sentenced in February 2018 to 40 to 125 years to be served concurrently with his Ingham County sentence. These sentences are to be served consecutively, effectively ensuring that Nasser will spend the rest of his life in prison. The scope of abuse. No, let me catch up on chat. Makes me chilled to the bone to hear his name, to think of one and doing nefarious things allegedly to him. Just saying. Yeah. My stepdaughter was violated by her female volleyball coach. Holy shit, man. I'm also a father of girls and one son. Yeah. The courts can never bring justice. Nope, they can't. Even though they can't bring the victim justice, they can definitely stop a lot of people from being abused as children, you know. Oh, I know, Jack. I know, Jack. What's up, Megan? What's up, Megan? Scope of the scope of abuse. Investigations revealed that Nasser abused over 260 girls and women, including prominent Olympic athletes, over a span of decades. The abuse often occurred under the pretense of medical treatment, exploiting the trust placed in him by his victims and their families. Institutional failures. The Nasser case exposed significant lapses in institutional oversight. U.S. Gymnastics and Michigan State University were criticized for failing to act on complaints and for not implementing adequate safeguards to protect athletes. The FBI faced scrutiny for its delayed response to initial reports, which allowed Nasser to continue his abuse for over a year after the allegations were first brought to their attention. The revelations led to widespread reforms, including the registration the resignation of the entire USA Gymnastics Board of Directors, the implementation of stricter policies and oversight mechanisms within athletic organizations to prevent such abuse in the future. The courage of the survivors who came forward has been instrumental in driving these changes and in raising awareness about the importance of safeguarding athletes at all levels. How about just children at all levels? This case underscores the critical need for vigilance, accountability, and systemic change to protect individuals from abuse and to ensure that institutions prioritize the safety and well being of those they serve. Yeah, Larry Nasser, he's a real good guy. He's a real good guy. Modog, sir. Yep. Courts, like you said, can hopefully stop future people being abused. Exactly, Modog. This guy makes me ill. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Did you hear when I said that he was charged with 260 children? He did good. I was listening to you read on the subject, homie. I was just reacting in chat and my doppelganger extraordinaire. Define abuse. Um, what kind of abuse? Abuse in general. Anything that's going to damage a person, hurts a person, whether it be physical or mental, like abuse. In a third world country, these guys would vanish. Yeah, they would. Just want to place back in here. Yep. In a third world country, yep. I said right it up. Wood chipper 5,000 approved. I can just call them 47-cent cases, man. Systemic failure. Failure to follow mandatory reporting laws. Many school employees are legally required to report any suspected abuse, but in practice, many don't. Many really don't. Fear of repercussions, damage to reputation, or being labeled as a troublemaker stops whistleblowers. Which I don't care what people really think about me. If I wanted to tell on, you know what I mean? Like, if I suspect a child's being abused, I'm going to tell somebody. I mean, I need a reporter for shit's sake.
But ain't nothing that can stop me.
Domestic abuse. Lack of training and education. Most schools offer little to no sexual abuse prevention, and I don't think they should. I really don't think they should. It's not up to teachers, strangers, to teach our children about sex and how it works. Maybe that's why we got to where we're at and things have gotten as bad as they were because we started allowing strangers to come in and have them teach our children how to put condoms on bananas. Maybe there's a reason. I'm just saying. Oh, Tanya will knock you down, PG. I'm just saying. She can stand her own. She can hold her own ground. Tell you what. She's been through abuse. She knows what it's like to be there. More than opinionated, that's for damn sure. Protecting the institution. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Most schools offer little to no sexual abuse prevention education. Teachers and staff often aren't trained to recognize grooming or warning signs. Well, teachers should be trained in that. I mean, it's just we're yeah. Protecting the institution over the children. Schools often prioritize their public image over student safety. Legal departments advise districts to settle quietly instead of fully investigating or exposing the truth. Oh man, that's annoying. Sorry, it's got an eyelash or something on my. Oh damn it! Uh, oh damn it! I hope that worked. Lack of psychological support for survivors. Students who report abuse rarely receive immediate or adequate counseling. Retaliation, victim blaming, or being forced to remain in the same school as their abuser is common. I will protect women, men, and children of abuse to the best of my ability, and I am. Yes, you are. I am sure not questioning you nor your past. I'm thinking by what is held in courts. Unfortunately, feelings isn't a common denominator. Fuck yeah, dude. What are you talking about? Define abuse. Are you out of your mind? Pinky and the brain. T2K is brain. LOL. So what are we doing today, brain? Some things we do every day, Pinky. Expose the world of abuse. Yes. Very much so. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that yet. I hate to admit this. I hate to admit this, but I think I'll run just about the full gamut of some form of abuse. No joke. What? I hate to admit this, but I think I'll run just about the full gamut of some form of abuse. No joke. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. The only good pedophile is a dead pedophile. It happens, Gen X, dude. More than we know. That's no bullshit, Pinky. So much of my family I want to play back. Yeah, I'll sit out. I didn't mean to stir the pot. No, you're good. You're good, P digits. You're good, man. You're good. You don't need to sit out. You're good. You're good. You're good. I know you meant payback. The culture of silence. The culture of silence. It didn't happen on school grounds. Hmm. Many schools refuse to act on abuse that happened off campus or outside school hours, even if the abuser is a staff member. You're good, Jack. You're good. We're all good here, man. Like the old saying goes, you don't know unless you've lived it. And I mean that in all around life, people. Yeah, yeah. Fear and intimidation. This is the tactic that my abuser used. Survivors often face threats, disbelief, or social. I know. So do I. So do I, man. Um, social, basically, yeah, they get teased and they get put down, they get ostracized. That's the word I was looking for. When they speak out, victim blaming and dismissal. Sorry. Fear's what got me not to say nothing for the longest time. I'm telling you what. Victim blaming and dismissal. Are you sure you're not exaggerating? You misunderstood what happened. The gaslighting tactics used by adults in power. Normalizing inappropriate behavior. Staff or peer behaviors are often brushed off as jokes or misunderstandings. Adults sometimes treat red flags as quirks rather than warning signs. Survivors within the school system. Here stories from the inside. First-hand survivor accounts. The trauma of being believed by teachers, counselors, the trauma of not being believed by teachers, counselors, or principals. Long term impact on mental health. PTSD, check. Anxiety, check. Depression, Check. Self-harm? No. Suicidal ideation? No. How early intervention could have changed everything. How early intervention could have changed everything. There's many times that even up until here recently, that I would question, well, maybe why didn't I speak up? I knew my parents would take care of me, but I was little. What do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just hard. The cycle of re-traumatization. Having to see their abuser daily, being disciplined for acting out because of trauma responses, education and empowerment, understanding grooming, how predators build trust and manipulate both children and adults. Warning signs: isolation, gift giving, special attention, boundary testing. See what they can get away with. See how far they can push that envelope. What's up, Shelly Ray? How are you, sweetheart? Very much so, Kanan. Very much so. If I didn't live it, do I have a say? Do you think? Yeah, well, of course you have a say. You don't have like if we only listen to the people that it happened to, nothing would ever change. We gotta have a driving force behind all of us. You know what I mean? A following. We gotta make ourselves. We gotta make them hear us. You know what I mean? We can't do that with just two people holding a picket sign on the side of the road. Unfortunately, you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to hurt people. One of these things. Yeah. Educating children and staff. The importance of teaching kids about body anatomy, safe touch, and how to report it. How staff training should include trauma informed response techniques. Knowing the law can help really good. If you don't know what the law is, you can get screwed over. What mandatory reporting laws require? What Title IX should cover and how it's misapplied. The rights parents and students have under federal and state law. You got to remember, federal and state law are separate here. Somebody gonna be cut. Some need hurt to sit and handle. Some need to. I get it. What's up, Blackburn? Well, I kind of lean with no. Just gonna sum it up here real quick. Call to action. A call to action. Hurt a child, pain and hate to you. I agree, Jack. I agree, Jack. You've heard the statistics. You've heard the stories. You've seen how the system is rigged to protect itself instead of our kids. So now what? What do we do with all this truth? I just happened to grow up when we didn't have fancy cell phones, and I could have caught this piece of shit. Right? Yeah, I get it. You've seen how the system is rigged to protect itself instead of our kids. So now what? What do we do with all this truth? We fight back with our voices, our actions, and our education. We demand that schools stop sweeping things under the rug. We call out institutions that choose silence over safety. We talk to our children. We educate ourselves on the signs. We hold our school boards accountable. We vote for legislation that protects children first. If you're a survivor, know this: you are not alone. Your voice matters. You are seen. You are believed. You are powerful beyond measure. To parents, do not wait for the system to protect your children. Be their voice. Be their advocate. Ask the hard questions and demand transparency. And to the predators and enablers, the ones who choose the ones who choose silence over justice, your time of hiding is coming to an end. We are not afraid of the truth. We are not afraid to speak. So step up and let's make a difference. For sure. You're good. I don't know why everybody's getting all uptight. I agree, Jack. Sometimes the old way start drawing a quarter in motherfuckers. I don't care, dude. I don't care about a pedophile. I don't care about people who go to hurt children, dude. I don't. No, I get it. Everybody has opinions. I'm not trying not to be ignorant or anything. I know you're not. We're good. You're good, man. You're good, man. What question was that, P Digits? Yeah, this fucking these fucking camera shit on every street corner is bullshit too here in Idaho, man. Ow. Camera, Gen X, solid approach. Hell yeah. And I am a little bit of redneck on the crazy side. Nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah. And here we go. I'll now open up the panel. If anybody wants to come up for a few minutes, we can talk about this. But if you come up, we're only talking about this topic. We're only talking about this. We want to talk about this. We can talk about fun shit later on a different stream. Hear that? No mercy. Yep. Yep. Well, I could read them to you again. A call to action. I'll read it again, okay, bud? Okay. I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, so don't take it like that. I'll gladly read it again. So during this live stream, you've heard statistics, you've heard stories. You see how the system is rigged to protect itself instead of our kids. So now what? What do we do with all this truth? We fight back. With our voices, our actions, and our education. We demand that schools stop sweeping things under the rug. We call out institutions that choose silence over safety. We talk to our children. We educate ourselves on the signs. We hold our school boards accountable. We vote for legislation that puts children first. If you're a survivor, know this: you're not alone. Your voice matters. You are seen. You're believed. You are powerful beyond measure. Parents, do not wait for the system to protect your children. Be their voice. Be their advocate. Ask the hard questions and demand transparency. Predators and enablers, the ones who choose silence over justice. Your time of hiding is coming to an end. We are not afraid of the truth. We are not afraid to speak. Gotta speak up. It's better to see something and say something and be wrong than it is to see something, not say something, and be right. I don't think I was essayed, but I was born in physical abuse. Even though it's different mentally, as you grow and develop, there are things that doesn't seem to heal. Yeah, I I agree. I agree. I agree. I'll never look at anybody and tell them I'm fully healed over this shit in my entire life. But at least I'm not thinking about it all day long anymore, you know? Give me a birdie and a finger, James. Can't hear you, James. Thanks, Jack. Oh my gosh. When emotions dictate behavior, you lose. Even to the point to say, no, you don't have opinion because you didn't experience it. Sounds like an emotional response to agree with. Oh my lord, dude. But at times with but at times but at times with some of us it feels like we are crushed to birth. Yeah, I get it, man. I still hate myself most of the time and can't see myself normal. My depression really effed with me, and even with the team trying to help me, I still struggle. Hi, James. Muted. Oh, thanks, P Digits. I didn't read yours there either. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm not muted now, am I? Well, it doesn't say I am. Or is that just me? Okay. Trying to help, man. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, so yeah, but I'm still here listening. Hang on a second. Did I say crushed? Did I say crushed? I meant to say cursed. Oh, I was wondering. P. Digits, don't you think maybe tonight is a place for victims? Open and healing rather than something else. All I know is this kind of shit happens every day, hundreds of times a day, and it has been for the last 100 years, man. And I'm sick and tired of it. I really am sick and tired of it. I'm not knocking anyone here. I'm not saying you were, man. I'm not saying you were, PGs. So people have a hard time understanding what people are meaning when they're saying them, and there's all different kinds of things that can go wrong. You know what? We all have paths that we make and follow. All right, Jack. Be good, my friend. But I hope I'm watching. I got the back. You want to have fun? Let's have fun and laugh. We don't need to be so damn depressed. We can pick a night privately. You know. So remember, if you see something, say something. For one, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go schedule another live stream here, probably about a half an hour from now. Come back, we'll hang out, have some fun, talk some shit, do whatever, talk about not serious shit, because, hope he didn't leave because of me. I'm worse when I jump on lives. Well, you're kind of new here, No, you're good. You're good. What's up, Johnny Bongs? I'm actually gonna shut this down right now, my friend. But please do go back. Please do go back and read it or watch go back and watch it. I think there's some good information here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna schedule another live stream. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. This is GGK. Take care of the children. Remember, one child is one too many. Make a difference in the world. Speak up. Let's change this shit, you guys. Bye. Laters.